Hey guys, how you doing? It's Jetty here from 80 Prospecting. Welcome to my channel, guys. So, if you're in the market to buy a metal detector but you don't know what one to buy and you don't want to rush out there like I did and buy one and realize, wow, this is not what I wanted, then maybe this is the video for you. So buying a metal detector isn't really an easy decision. Now, a lot of people just go straight out and buy any detector. Now, you gotta do your research before you do this, before you buy metal detectors. And I definitely didn't do my research when I first started. So that's why I've ended up with numerous detectors. I've sold a few, and now I'm just down to 3 detectors. And I use them in different places for different grounds. You know, coarser gold, smaller gold, deeper gold. Okay guys, so this is my gold detectors. So I've got 2 pulse inductions and I've got 1 VLF machine in the middle. So the first one here is a SDC 2300, second one Gold Monster, and third one GPX 6000. So I've had this first one here, which is the SDC 2300, for about 8 months now, and I found a lot of gold with it. Just look at these pieces I got 2 weeks ago. Beautiful, nice nuggets. So they all weigh up to be 2.7 grams. And that was in 1 hour of detecting. So yes, it's a great machine. And not to forget to mention the biggest nugget at 8 inches deep. So you know that's quite some depth. Now the GPX 6000 will find gold a lot deeper than the SDC and the Gold Monster. But the price tag on this is $8,000 compared to the Gold Monster 1000, which has a price tag of about $1,200. The SDC about $4,300. Okay, so first up I will talk about the SDC 2300. So this machine runs really well in hot ground. So with this 8-inch monocoil with the sensitive parts around the outside of the coil, you can actually dip your coil in crevices when detecting bedrock and it will be sensitive all around here. So that's a really cool feature about that. And really how simple this machine is to use. There's an on and off button, sensitivity, and that's all there is on this side. Then we'll go to the other side. There's a speaker, external speaker. We'll come up to the top. EMI, noise cancel, threshold adjust, or volume, and ground balancing. And that really is all there is to it. Oh, and maybe a headphone adapter, but yeah, really easy machine to use. Really good for small gold, with being waterproof up to 3 meters, lightweight, weighing 2.3 kilos, pulse induction entry level machine, very sensitive to small gold at shallow to medium depths, will handle hot ground very well, easy for anyone to use, and easy to lug around when going for big bush walks. That's just to name a few things, alright? So, a really good machine, and if, like I said, if you're serious, for 4,300, you can't go wrong. So now I will go into the bads of this machine. So really there isn't too many bads besides you don't have enough depth to reach those bigger nuggets. And yeah, my honest opinion is that you don't have enough depth. And that's why I got the 6000, just to make up for what this machine lost in depth. Otherwise, if this machine had a lot more depth, then it would be great. So this is the Gold Monster 1000. This is the VLF machine. It costs around $1,200, so for a beginner, this is not a bad machine. You can even turn it on around houses without getting EMI interference. So this machine is really, really good for small gold. So you see that little nugget right there? That will easily pick that up at shallow depths. This weighs, I think, 1.3 kilos, so really, really light. You know, and if I've got one and got these other machines, why would I keep this? It's actually a good machine. So this machine's favourites are shallow depths, detecting in mine dumps, shallow bedrock, and you know, just places where other detectors like pulse induction or other technology can't go, because they would just go crazy and wouldn't be able to work properly. This is the machine that would be able to do the job. This does actually have a discrimination mode on it. So by pressing this button, it will go into discrimination mode and only find precious metals, not ferrous items. So, you know, it's a really good machine, and for a affordable price tag if you're out prospecting. Now the bad things about this machine I don't like is, if you're new to prospecting, new to detectors, and don't know how to use one of these properly, then it's going to drive you insane. So make sure you do your research. Look at videos of how to operate these machines if you do get one. And maybe get someone to give you a bit of training. Okay, so now we move on to the GPX 6000. Okay, so I haven't had this detector for very long, but I do know a few things about it now that I've used it once or twice. So it's a very easy machine to use once you know what you're doing. It is very, very sensitive to small gold, be surprised. Pulse induction machine. It will easily pick up these bits of gold at 8 or 10 inches, easy. Carbon fiber all through this machine. 2.1 kilos in weight, including the coil. So that's really, really light. And you know, it handles the ground pretty good. And if you're into wanting to find bigger gold, then this is the machine for you. Also, you can turn the threshold off, and you have a auto 1 and auto 2 setting. So the machine will work at its hardest to cancel out the noise in auto 1 and 2 from the ground for you. So that's really cool. And it takes like 5 seconds to do the noise cancel. So, you know, how good's that? It's not like 55 seconds like the SDC. But yes, this is the GPX 6000. Okay, so we'll have a look at the buttons and gadgets on this machine. So we've got a nice screen here, like a relic hunting detector. So it's just very basic here, guys. On and off, you just hold that for a few seconds, turns on. I'll show you. And it's on. I'll just turn that off. And we've got sensitivity, these two, so down and up. We have ground difficulty here, and you can actually hold this for 2.5 seconds, and in auto 1 and auto 2, and also in the manual settings, and it will turn off the threshold, We've got a noise cancel button. We've got a backlight here, Bluetooth for your Bluetooth wireless speakers, and your noise, so up and down. And at the front here, in front of this unit, we've got, you push this button in and you perform a manual ground balance. And battery at the back here. So, you know, that's all there really is to that machine. So yeah, if you've got $8,000, or if you want to buy one second hand, then this detector gets deeper gold. It's really lightweight, easy to use, and just has a lot more technology going into finding gold. So that's all I've got to say for GPX at the moment, till a later date. But yes, nice looking machine, feels nice in your hand too, and yeah. And to show you guys how these detectors sound and perform on this 0.25 nugget, I'm going to place it right here and wave the detectors over it, all three of them, and we'll see what difference they have. Okay, so the gold monster, we have it in manual 10. So I've just done the ground balance, the manual ground balance, and we are going to check out this target down here. So this gold nugget in there, that 0.25, we're going to hold the gold monster about 4 inches off the ground. So that has no worries hearing that at all. About 6 inches. So that can't really hear it. We'll go down to 5. But if we were straight on top of it, easy. So like I said, the gold monster, guys, is a detector that you won't be working in shallow ground with, or mine dumps, in mine shafts, bedrock, all of that sort of stuff. So it does work, it's affordable like I said, and it still finds gold. Okay, so the GPX 6000, and we are going to test that little nugget out. So first thing, turn it on, hold it down, you'll see it starting up. Hold it 4 inches off the ground too. Wait for 3 beeps. Pump for 10 seconds. Okay, you just heard it kick in. Now let's go check out this little bit of gold after we put the threshold on. Okay, threshold is on. So that's about 4 inches off the ground, and that's loud and clear. Let's go about, I'd say 8 inches. Okay, so, 8 inches is a lot. That's a small bit of gold. So as you can see, that's a small bit of gold, and the GPX 6000 is just sort of pinging it. Now, I haven't had much experience with this machine, but I know that it can pick up deeper than that. So once I get it to be able to pick up deeper, I will get the best I can out of it. But that's just to show how good the Gold Monster 1000 is. So, you know, a few more inches shallower and the Gold Monster pings that bit of gold. So the SDC, I didn't notice, but I forgot to bring the battery. And so I'm just going to show you what the SDC's maximum depth would be on this bit of gold. So about here, where the top of my fingers, you would hear that 0.25. So that's about 6 to 7 inches. And you know, that's pretty good. Like, I found a nice bit at 8 inches to 9 inches the other day. Okay, so silly me, I've just realised that I've lost my little gold nugget somewhere in the ground over here. I've just moved my ute out the way and was packing away the Gold Monster 1000 when I thought, oh, I still have a gold nugget on the coil, which wasn't there. So it's around here somewhere. And it's almost night time, so I've got the GPX 6000 and we're going to see how sensitive this machine really is. So it's cool, it has a little light on the screen. See what we're doing? Let's try to find that gold nugget before it vanishes. So remember that little gold nugget that I lost just before? Well, now it's night time. Well, it's pretty dark. And because the GPX 6000 is so sensitive, I just found it. Now that's a damn small nugget. To prove that's the gold nugget the GPX 6000 found, we put small reflector. That's the gold nugget right there. Awesome. Till the next video, guys. Peace out.